Hello friends and welcome to my channel. I am Cher. If you are new here, a little bit about me. I love to blog beauty, a lot of makeup looks, beauty product reviews, that kind of thing. And also I love to do travel vlogs and vlogging behind the scenes of my professional makeup business. And so if those kind of things interest you, make sure you give me a big old like and subscribe. It really helps me out here as I am trying to grow my channel. So today's episode is going to be me testing out a lot of new makeup. Some of it is viral makeup. Some of it is very sold out makeup that is very hard to get your hands on. And then some of it is new to me, but maybe not everybody else, just some things I picked up. And so we're basically making an entire face today with all that new makeup. If this interests you, make sure you come on along with me and we are going to jump in and have some fun today. So the first thing we're going to work on is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. Now this is not new to me because I've been using it for a little while, but I figured I'd include this because it's maybe still a little relatively new, like something I discovered recently. It's sort of new on the market, but it's not like brand new out on the market. So there's two different ones. There's the e.l.f. Brow Soap and then there's the e.l.f. Brow Lift. This is one of those that was sold out forever. You couldn't find it anywhere also, and it's finally now getting to where like, okay, I can actually find it in the stores. So I'm going to include it as still kind of new. The difference between the Brow Soap and the Brow Lift with e.l.f. with their products, they're both awesome. But this one, the Brow Lift, it has, I think it has a little more hold. It's just a lot more, I don't want to say it's like hairspray for your brows, but you know, it really holds it. And I really don't even need a brow pencil sometimes. If you want that really feathery brow look that's so in right now, just pop these babies in your brows and you don't need anything else. Highly recommend this stuff. The Brow Soap is similar, but it's a little more gentle styling, I guess, whereas this one's just like super firm hold. So yeah, I love this one. The Brow Lift. I'm probably still going to put some brow pencil on though, and I don't really have any new for brow pencil, so I'm just going to do that and pop back on in just a moment. Okay, I didn't have any new concealer or anything, so I went ahead and did those, but I'm going to try out this that was in the Walmart beauty box that I showed you guys in another episode, and I can link that video for you. I can't remember which side. This is Terry, and it's a Hydra powder, so I'm not really sure how we use it, to be honest, but I'm gonna try and see if it works as a setting powder. I'm gonna use it first on my eyeballs. I don't know, you know, like, because I usually set my eyeballs. It looks like it's clear. I don't know. I'm just gonna put, like, I'm gonna use my finger because this is such a small little sample bottle that it's hard to get a brush in here really well. It's very smooth feeling. Almost like it's not even there. It's a very smoothing feeling. Yeah, it feels like silk. That is the best way I know how to describe it. It feels like silk going on. Interesting. I guess we'll see how it works when I apply eyeshadow and everything. I'm going to just go ahead and try out the Jeffree Star again. I know that I just did a look out of this one and a short, and y'all are probably tired of hearing about Jeffree Star, but I'm going to just try some more colors in it just because this is still so new for me. I'm just enjoying playing around with it, but I want to create a different look I haven't done yet. I think I'm going to play with some of the brighter colors in here. I might pull out that pink. I think I'm gonna get that iconic pink of old Jeffree Star here. So I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna do a little like smoky black on the outsides and make a pink in the middle. We're gonna do some pink. Okay, for the sake of time, I decided to do a little voiceover here. We're just gonna come in and work on a little bit of smoky eye here on the corners. I'm using a very softer gray color there, not starting with the starch black, and then we're packing on that really hot pink color on the corners and on the lid. You can see I did it mostly with my finger, just really because I'm lazy and had not cleaned all of my brushes, so I just went in with the finger and started packing it on. Now we're coming in with a lighter, almost highlighty color there on the very inner corners, and then we're going to line under the eyes and a pop of metallic gray in the middle. Okay, one thing I've been meaning to try out for a little while, I got this a while ago, but I just haven't used it yet, is our Arbonne liquid liner. And so I have it in case I ever wanted to use a liner in my kit. I'm going to come in and just draw a little wing. See how it works. I'm so used to my gel liner. This is hard to get used to going back to a liquid. It's very stiff. I honestly would recommend using an angled brush with this too, like, you know, letting it be a wet formula that you dab an angled brush with and then apply it on. It'd probably be easier than trying to use it out of the liquid liner. Now, I forgot I had actually gotten LA Girl Very Black eyeliner as well. So I'm going to pop some of this on the bottom. This is like more of a pin. I guess I've already used it. I just forgot that I had used it before. So I think I just wanted to test out like how the LA Girl eyeliners were because I never tried them before. Now the black that you see under there is some eyeshadow I had put underneath. It's okay. It's kind of extra. I don't always like using these kind of pens anyway. They're like kohl pens. I prefer like the pencils because you can, I feel like you can smudge pencils better. I don't know how to explain it. These kohl pens are just like starch black and there. So yeah, so I'm going to come back under and I'm going to smudge out some black a little bit more because I don't like that harsh line. But I usually do both an eyeliner and like some eyeshadow underneath. Okay, next for mascara. You guys, I have 4 different new mascaras and only 2 eyes. So what am I going to do? Okay, so the first 2 are curling mascaras, and they're the 2 that I got in each of my Walmart beauty boxes that I talked about before. One says Curl Bounce, but it doesn't look as curled as the other one. I'm trying to decide which ones would be best for the top lashes versus the bottom. So let's look at all of them. This one is Lilly Lashes mascara. It came with some of the lashes I got. XXX mascara that I want to try. There is the wand. And then see these all, none of these look truly like lengthening ones, like straight and skinny ones that would be good for the bottom lash. The lash one is the Lash Princess, but the Extreme. I usually use the other one like in my bridal kit actually. And this is the Extreme one. I got it a long time ago and just have not been using it. And so I need to test it out, guys. All of these look like they're pretty fat though, to be honest with you. So we're going to try this one. This is the Eyekos, the Eyekos mascara curling. I mean, it has to be curling. This is waterproof too, so I got to be careful. Okay, I'm just going to try it on the top. We might only do 2 mascaras today. Sorry, guys. We can test out the curling ones. How about that? Okay, so I'm testing. I'm not even doing it right. I mean, what do we think? Did that curl it? Yeah. I just don't have lashes anyway, so it's always hard to test lash. Okay, so the next one is Curl Bounce. Colossal Curl Bounce. So this is Maybelline. We're going to test this one out. I feel like the Maybelline definitely added volume. Did it curl it? I I think it curled it too. I think this one definitely won. I like that one. Okay, so the next thing, some new things I got recently, it's not new to everybody else, but new to me, is these e.l.f. Liquid shadows. They're like the glitter kind. And, you know, I do a lot of like liquid shadow on the eyes to make them pop. And I saw a couple other people doing them for bridal makeup, and I thought, oh, I hadn't thought about it for bridal. So I got several different shades. They come in like maybe 6 shades at least. I got almost every shade. So here is one of them. This is Bling Bling. So here's how it looks. Isn't that sparkly? So pretty. So I'm actually going to add a little dab to this look just to sparkle it out. This has kind of evolved into like, I don't even know what look we're doing now. It's just because I want to try out different, you know, the different products. And sometimes you're just like, we're going to see what look comes about with trying all these different shades out. The difference with this, it kind of just adds an extra like glitter. Very perfect, but it's very like subtle. So, you know, if you rub it on your eyes, it's going to be a little thicker like that. But see how it's still got a bit of a sheer finish. So it's not as crazy pigmented as like the Stila or those Jeffree Star ones that I just got. So it kind of makes that perfect like pop of extra sparkles. I love those. Next, we're going to apply lashes. You're going to see my cat playing in the background here. He decided, you've always got to see a cat. I have 3 cats, so they all make appearances in my videos. Okay, so I picked up several things of Lilly lashes because they had a sale, and it is something that I offer my luxury bridal clients. So while they're on sale, I go grab several of them, and so I had a whole assortment come together. But this time I was able to get several different styles. The one that I usually go with is the Miami Light. I love these. I think the most popular ones that everybody loves the most is the Miami. So these are the Miami. These are the lights. I've always wanted to try the Mykonos. How gorgeous is that? And then this pair came as well. It's called It's a Mystery. So, but it's like I don't want to try them all because I want to save some of them for my clients. I have several in the Miami Lights that I picked up, but these were like extras that came too. So it's like I think I want to try out the Mykonos just to see how they look on you, you know? So beautiful. They're so beautiful, guys. So I think I'm going to try these. The other thing they also sent that is new for us to try out is their Lilly Lashes Lash Glue. So I had not used their glue before, so we're going to try it too and see how it performs. I usually use just Duo, which is great lash glue. It dries pretty well, pretty quickly. But I want to try out the Lilly Lashes one. You know, it's just kind of a little more, has that luxurious feel to it. So I'm going to see how they perform. Such a thick band. First of all, I want to show y'all that. So thick compared to like Ardell or Kiss or something. So, you know, the thicker the band like this, definitely they feel very heavy on the eyes. A lot of them, most of my clients are scared of these. And so this glue came, I think it was free with my bundle. You know, they sent a few extra little gifts that you get for free. And so I was excited to get to try theirs because I wanted to try different lash glues. I really want to try the velour as well. But we're just going to test it out. Pretty easy to get it on. Ooh, that is one fluffy lash. I mean, that is some serious mink going on there, y'all. Okay, I think we got them on each side. What do y'all think? Wow, they're very full. I haven't decided how I feel about the lash glue, if I like it any better than I do just Duo. I mean, it was pretty easy to apply. I guess we'll see how strong it is. And these were very heavy lashes, so I guess if they worked pretty well with them, they might be keepers, but we'll see how they stay on and how they're feeling as I'm going along with the rest of the makeup. So let's move on to foundation. Or first we'll do primer. Okay, so this is new as well, kind of somewhat new. This is from Versed, is the name of the brand. It was gifted to me as part of a PR package on Instagram. I haven't had a chance to really truly play with this. I did test it out a little bit back then, but I haven't incorporated it into a lot of my makeup looks, so I'm going to do it now. These are Glow Drops, Mood Lighting Glow Drops with peptides and blackberry extract. And does it have the shade? There's a few different shades. This is the bronzed. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my skin first before I do my regular primer and foundation, just to see if it kind of makes me glow a little bit more. So let's test that out. It may have only come in like 2 shades if I remember correctly. And I'm supposed to be getting the other shade soon to try. I'm just kind of dabbing it around with a brush and see. Very glowy. So I think you could almost, I don't think it's supposed to be worn as like a tinted moisturizer or anything like that. I mean, I suppose you could wear that. It's very, you know, like the glowing skin look, like minimal foundation and all that is really in right now to do this like no makeup look. So if you really wanted a very light finish, you could wear it like this without foundation. For me, I like more coverage though, because this is just kind of a sheer glowing blanket for the face. But I'm going to still come in with my regular foundation on top of it. I just wanted to see if it helped. But yes, there does appear to be a glow. You see that, guys? I really like that. I do like that very like glowy finish that's really in right now. Okay, again, this is not new on the market, but it's new to me. I have never tried it before. This is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Silk Foundation Elixir. Second finished airbrush dewy finish. So we're gonna test it out, mostly because I've just been, there's some things from Physicians Formula that I really love. And so I wanted to see, it's not quite my skin tone though. So I don't know if we're really gonna test it. I never quite know what to do with these dropper style ones. I'm just gonna pop it on just like that. I look like I gave myself chicken pox. So yeah, as I was saying, I really like Physicians Formula, especially their bronzer. I feel like it's pretty good. It does give a pretty nice feel to the skin. I feel like it's very lightweight, very lightweight, but giving me fairly good coverage. I would definitely say at least medium coverage. So yeah, I mean, I do like that. I think that looks nice. What do you guys think? I'm gonna give it, yeah, I do like that, and I can still see a little bit of glow. I feel like the combination of these two gives you a very luminous finished look. All right, I'm gonna pop on concealer real quick because again, the concealer I did not have new, and I will come back over it with this little guy. Actually, you know what? I had some RCMA powder I had picked up a while ago. I might test out as well, translucent powder. So we're gonna use that. I think it's just more of a setting powder. So we're gonna test that one for around the skin, and this other one we just did on the eyes. Or I don't know. You know what? I'll do one on one side, and I'll do the RCMA on the other, and compare the two. How about that? Okay, I did a little highlighting. You know, we could do better, but we're gonna move on. Okay, this is the RCMA. I have used it on a couple of clients, but I want to test it out a little more here on myself. I feel like I really prefer Laura Mercier, my Laura Mercier, so I mostly use it, and I just haven't played with it too much, but we're gonna play with it here. I'm gonna do this on one side and the Terry on the other. Okay, so see, it's it comes in just the clear like this, so it's pretty much universal color. I'm not applying it with the right kind of brush, but we're not going to worry about that today. I'm just going in to use it as a setting powder over where I just put concealer, okay? But it's more of a pressed powder, setting powder, and it's in translucent color. So let's try out the Terry now. Okay, and I'm gonna sweep this side over here. Let's see. That just feels so silky. Oh my God, it feels silky. That's the best way I know how to describe it, guys. I love this. So I don't know about how this performs in like photography and everything. I tend to not get too adventurous with my setting powders for this reason, because that's one of the big things that can start giving you flashback. So for clients, you know, go with the ones that like I know are my tried and true. Okay, so let's compare. You know, I can see, you know, of course, this side's a pressed powder and this side's a loose powder. So I guess you're kind of comparing apples and oranges. But we'll let it sit for a minute and then I'll kind of wipe it off a little bit. I don't feel like you need to look at it for coverage as much because, you know, you can see a lot more coming through here. And on this side, that setting powder helped even more with a little bit of extra coverage, I think. But this side's just silkier feeling. So not going to be a good one for like extra coverage at all, I don't think. It's just more for like setting, but with a really silky smooth way. Can you see that in comparison? I like it. Now, okay, this is going to be crazy, guys. This is going to be absolutely crazy. So I finally picked up Fenty Beauty. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but the problem is I have so much bronze and contour and all. I just didn't need a lot more, but what I did need was more contour or bronze options for women of color. So I picked up a darker shade of Fenty Beauty, which is not my shade match. So it's gonna be hard to really test this for you because this is obviously not my shade, okay? So this is the shade Espresso. It turns out when I brought it home and swatched and compared it to my other colors, I don't think it's any darker than the other ones I have. I have not tested it on a client yet. But I've been really wanting a Fenty Beauty stick. So what I'm going to do, I know this sounds crazy. And y'all are like, what? What is this girl doing? She's mad. I'm going to put it on me. What I'm trying to test out is the finish and how blendable it is and how it feels. So I get the hang of using it on clients, but I know it's not my shade, guys. I'm just going to go with a very light hand. Build it to where maybe it won't look too crazy. I'm a little worried that it still might not be dark enough because my darkest shade of foundation is about this color. So I want something that's darker than my foundation that it stands out and pops, you know? So I'm still on a quest for the perfect dark, deep contour or bronze color. So if you guys, you ladies that are women of color, please let me know if you have really good suggestions. I need something darker than this, but that does not turn out black or ashy. You know, I want like a really good color and a really good finish. So I believe there might be one more darker than this, but this may have been the deepest shade. So the trick with cream, anything really, when you're working with cream contour, cream blush, go ahead and like dab it on your hand first or your brush and then sweep it on, because otherwise if you start putting it on your skin, it could be too much. And especially since I have such a dark color for me, that is not the right color shade for me, we're not going to go that route. I'm not going to start smearing it on my face, okay? So I'm going to put a little dab right here on my hand. Nice blend there. And then I'm going to dip my contour brush into it and start working on some contour here, okay? Look, it really doesn't look that bad, the shade, because I'm going very light-handed. So I think it can still work. This time I just swept it right onto the cream because it wasn't going on enough on my hand. Okay, so I'm just kind of dabbing it up. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna kind of sweep along here. So I'm not doing a whole lot on the line with it being like such a deep color. And I'm just going to kind of sweep up here. So if we were gonna go a lot deeper on the skin, let's see how well it blends. It's honestly not blending as well as I would expect for Fenty Beauty. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of practice it on this part of my skin and see. So yeah, when you start blending it, it really blends down to a light, fairly lighter color. And see this right here, that's why you really want to, I would not advise putting it directly on the skin, because see those lumps there? That's kind of what happens if you don't come in and really like, might make it harder to blend. Anyway, I haven't really decided how I like it. I like it, but yeah. I know a lot of people like just rave about these things. It's nice. I do like having like a cream, more luminous look to the contour. That is kind of nice, but yeah, we'll see. Now for the part I am so excited about. Okay, Rare Beauty. Y'all, do you know how hard it has been to get my hands on Rare Beauty? It has been sold out of every local store. They don't sell it at Ulta. My Sephora never has it. I've been looking for weeks. I looked online. I ordered some from Amazon. It kept telling me it was delayed on the shipment like every week until I finally canceled it because I was like, this is getting ridiculous. It's just never coming. I finally gave it a shot one more time, and I happened to catch one shade that was in stock, one, and it said there was one left. So I grabbed it and it came. So we're gonna try it. I'm so excited because I've been wanting to try it forever. So, dun, 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 dun. Okay, here she is. Isn't she pretty? This is the shade Hope, which is exactly the shade that I want. I love this like pinky light mauve-y color. It is perfect. And see how she comes like that? I'm trying to decide if I should pop this right onto the skin too or not, or do it on my hand the same way. I think I'm gonna do it on my hand too and practice what I preach. Okay, here she is. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And we are gonna pop that baby on. I'm gonna smile. There she is. I hear she's very pigmented. Oh, and she is. Ooh, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, I'm gonna turn it this way and try to dab her on out. I got a little too much, so you don't need much. So I would definitely recommend dab the hand first. Apply it to like your hand and then dip your brush in it, or you might end up getting like way too much if you come in with the little doe foot thing. But how pretty. Do you see how pretty she is? That is pretty. I like that shade. Trying to decide, you know, with a cream. I really like the cream. Like, so what you're getting is a very more of a luminous, glowing blush as opposed to some of your powder ones. I do really like that. Okay, another thing that I got though, we're gonna test out two blushes, like kind of cream brushes. I got the e.l.f. Putty blush. So what shade is this one? We're gonna do this one on the other side. They might not be the right shade match though. I'm gonna probably look kind of silly. This is Tahiti. And this one, I think I'm gonna apply with my finger and kind of dab it. Nope, that's very similar. That might be a dupe, y'all. That might be a dupe. What do you think? That is a similar shade. And I'm going to just kind of dab it up. This one is not nearly as pigmented, so you don't have to worry as much about getting too much. To see how it went in, it blends, kind of blends in where you'd have to use more and build it up. But I kind of like that because you can get crazy with the really pigmented stuff. My cat wants to say hi again to you guys. What do y'all think? I really think that that is almost the exact color. I didn't even mean to get a dupe of these two things. I just was drawn, well, this one, it was the only shade left, but it happened to be perfect what I would be drawn to, and I was just drawn to this shade. So I guess it's just my similar taste, but that is pretty close. So yeah, I like that. Now this has a little more, you know, the Rare Beauty is a cream, whereas this is a little more of that, you know, jelly feel. Well, it's putty blush, you know, so different texture. So that's part of what's making, you know, the cream's a lot more pigmented, probably for that reason, but very nice, both of them. I think this might just be a nice little dupe, y'all. I think I just helped y'all discover a dupe. You're welcome. Okay, now we're gonna cover highlight. So I have new highlight as well. 2 different highlights, actually. This is not new to you guys, but it's new to me. Okay, there is makeup on it. This is Ofra. It's the Beverly Hills highlight. So the reason I got this is because, you know, it's a sampler of all different shades of highlight. So that way I have it all in one, and all the different like skin tones or different like looks I'm doing. You guys, I just put Ofra on my bride this weekend, and y'all, she was like a siren. You had to put your sunglasses on. That highlight was so loud, but it looked amazing on her, and she loved it. She wanted it. I told her, is that too much? You want me to, you know, tone it down a little bit? And she's like, no. She loved it. And I saw some of her pictures, and it was popping across the aisle. So Ofra is where it's at with highlight, and I'm a highlight hoe. I love it to be like, you know, blinding highlight, y'all. Beautiful. Beautiful. My little nose there. Cover FX. So this is liquid highlight, kind of like the iconic London drops I got before. And I just wanted to try out their brand too, and different shades than what I had, because what I have now is a lot more like goldy. So this is more of like a pinky silvery highlight. So I'm just gonna go straight to like dropping some on here and do like I would with my bride. And this is not a good brush though. Just test out, like, you know, the little shine. This is probably not the right shade for me too. It doesn't always pop well on pale skin. You see it there? It's really pretty. On the cheeks here, and compare it. Oh, yeah. Hard to blend out when you do it that way. So, yeah, I like that. And so you can see it really pop in there. Beautiful. So I like this formula too. It's very similar to the iconic London one that I use. So I'll probably get different shades in this one as well, and in the iconic London, both of them. Very good. Okay, we're gonna move on to, I picked up another finishing powder as well. Okay, I have not been able to get my hands on, I know I've had a lot of e.l.f. today. I've not been able to get my hands on the e.l.f. Halo Foundation, the Halo Glow Foundation that is going like viral with everybody. Everybody's been posting it, and I'm so jealous because it keeps being sold out too, just like Rare Beauty. But this is the Halo Glow finishing powder. So I did pick that up. It's not as new, I don't think. I don't know. It's not as sold out all the time. I'm going to apply this with the same fluffy brush. This is a little darker shade though. This is light 210 neutral. And I'm just going to kind of run it over some of those patches where I really like to run it, like foundation and all that, and just see what we think. What do y'all think? Very nice. I actually like that. You know what? I never like did anything under the bronze or anything. Oh wow, that really gives a good finish. I think that would be a really good finishing powder. Yeah, I like that a lot. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, so over here you see where some of that old, I think the terry is coming through a little bit. It's a little more patchy. Of course, that's a loose powder is part of why, and I never did wipe that old powder off, did I? This was more the pressed powder side, so it may be that the RCMA wins. It might actually be. I don't like when it starts getting the texture like you see a little more. See how dry looking it is there? I prefer a smoother finish. So, but part of that is that I used a pressed powder on this side as opposed to the loose powder on this side. And pressed powder does do better for like aging, drying skin. But it's nice to like see it side by side and check it out. Okay, last thing's going to be lips. I may just have to do some samples, for like swatches for you on my hand, and then we'll pick a liner and shade. I think that's how we'll handle it. These are mostly liquid stains though that I have that are new. So I recently made an order with Sigma for a bunch of new brush sets, things that were on sale, and you always get freebies that come with them. And so I get so excited. So we're going to test out some of the liquid lips from them. And yes, these are all liquid. See if any of them will work with our look today. Ooh, my eyesight's either going bad or they make these way too small. You can barely see that. It shows you, you can't even read it. Okay, I'm going to do it on this hand because this one's actually cleaner. So, very pretty. This is New Mod. We're going to swipe that one. Ooh, I like that. Okay, this one is called Venom. It's kind of a red. So these are all from Sigma, which I adore. They are my top brush brand. Fable is what this one's called. And it's kind of a pinky one too. That's a darker pink. Pinky brown, almost a browner tint to it maybe. This one's called Awaken. I like to have never read. That's more of like a hot pink. What do we want? I'm kind of leaning towards that hot pink. Let's figure out if we want a liner with it. I did pick up a few new liners, but most of them are all drugstore. They're like NYX. Cherry Skies is new. I have tons of NYX. I have almost every shade of NYX, to be honest with you. Ooh, cool. So the Cherry Skies I got because I needed more of that red, like darker, deeper, you know, deep plum colors. Cold Brew, that's it. Cold Brew. So I'm going to swatch that to, not a very straight line, but that's what it is right there. So kind of a brown color. I'm going to try the Cherry Skies with one of these pinks. A line. In a trick. I could probably go a little more hot pink to match it better. I think I am. I'm going to apply this to my finger though. And then that's better. That matches a little more. Or that's just kind of like the look I'm thinking of. I like that. Oh, I love that color. Let me wipe my hands real quick, take my hair down, and we'll see the finished look. All right, guys, here is the finished look. What do we think? Testing out mostly all brand new, maybe not brand new, but mostly new to me makeup. I think I like everything. I like everything. The look I did on my eyes just kind of morphed into like whatever is whatever. And yeah, I think that wraps it up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments anything you want to try. Yeah, thanks for coming along. And if you like videos like this one, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss more like this in the future. And I will catch you on the next one.